Hello and welcome back to the Will channel. Welcome back to the press box. I'm obviously not George. I'm Will. George is away watching Forest in Sturmgras, was it? Sturmgras.
Yeah.
0-0 draw. I'm sure it was well worth going, but hey, it's everyone's dream to watch their teams in Europe. I'm here with Ruby, Eleanor, and happy birthday to Nardo.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday to Nardo. Another Forest fan who had to endure a pretty terrible game last night, I think it's fair to admit.
Yeah, penalty missed by Gibbs White. Not ideal.
Is he in the England squad, Gibbs White?
He got dropped.
Deserved.
Did not make it.
So obviously we're only 10 games into the new season, Premier League, about 12 or 13 games into the EFL and a few games into the WSL as well. So we're just going to do a quick review of how the season's gone so far. If we start with sort of the Premier League and how that's gone so far.
Yeah, well, I think for me, Sunderland have really quite impressed me. I don't think by any means I'm going to sit here and be like, oh, they're title contenders, let's put them up there. But I think they've performed so much above expectations of everyone. I think they're really impressive, and for me, I think Palace as well. Maybe not in results, but their performances on the pitch, I think maybe they've been one of the most quietly consistent teams so far.
Definitely. I think that will be down to Xhaka. I think Xhaka's such a big signing. I think he's signing the season already. For someone of his calibre to drop from, well, he won the league with Leverkusen, didn't he? Then he's come straight back down for a relegation fight he wanted, and now they're already fourth, are they still? 18 points. It's unbelievable. Newcastle, on the other hand, they aren't very good anymore. I think they'll bring it back, but at the moment they're not doing the best.
I think Newcastle struggled last time they were in the Champions League because of the sort of the squad depth they had, and I think they're struggling with a similar issue now. They just don't really have they have some good players in their starting 11, but obviously their squad isn't to scratch. And just on Sunderland as well, obviously their local rivals. I don't know about you, but as an EFL fan, I tend to look at the promoted teams. Obviously, you would have done last year as an Ipswich fan, which maybe wasn't the best, but sorry. But yeah, I tend to look at the promoted teams, and I think all three of them have done really well. I think Burnley are solid at home. I think they win. I think Burnley have won every game that you go like, oh, that's a winnable game for them. They beat Wolves 3-2. They beat Sunderland. They beat Leeds as well. So yeah, I think they've done very well. I think Sunderland's obviously flying, and Leeds maybe haven't had. Leeds are above Burnley in the table, but they maybe haven't had quite the start that they were expecting. Obviously, they came second. They just haven't had the goal scorers this season that you need to stay in the Premier League, so they'll need to find that, whether it's now or they buy someone in January to keep them up.
They brought in Calvert-Lewin, didn't they? Well, that's not gone to plan so far.
No, well, if Everton release a player, then they can't be Premier League quality, put it that way. Other than that, I think the biggest surprise is Bournemouth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or is it a surprise, really? With the progress they've made in recent years, is it a surprise that they're up there?
No, I mean, it's a surprise that they are up there, but then looked at them last year, they're a really well-drilled team. Areola gets them playing really good football. They played us, 2-3 weeks ago? Scored from a direct corner. It's more on us, to be fair. But they're just a really good team, well-drilled. I think they've got the most yellow cards as well this season, which I think says a lot about them. I think they just want to hit people.
I think a lot of people...
Just aggressive.
I think a lot of people wrote them off. I think a lot of people would have seen that they sold Kerkers and they sold Huyson, and they, most of their defence they sold, along with obviously Solanke the year before that. And I think it's just their recruitment is it's a dream, isn't it? To be a Brentford or to be a Bournemouth is just a dream. The recruitment is so good. They have a Moneyball system. They just keep growing and growing and growing, and it's showing because they're second or third in the Premier League now.
Yeah, if you look at a young player, I think they look at Bournemouth now because they keep buying players for cheap and sell them on for even more. Huyson got sold for how much was it? I don't really remember from the top of my head.
50-60 million, I think it was.
Kerkers the exact same, Solanke the exact same. If you're a young player now, with the Iraola, the way he's making them play, I think you want to go to Bournemouth. I certainly would. Must
be quite nice for a Spanish player to come to a nice sunny seaside British town, wouldn't it? Can't be much of a change. So yeah, I mean, they've probably been the biggest surprise for me. I think all of the big six have done as expected. Maybe Man United a bit better than we would have thought. Obviously Arsenal top, and Liverpool have had a bit of a drop off recently. What do you put that Liverpool drop down to? If anyone has anything they can say about that, because it's just seems to come out of nowhere. Really, they were unstoppable under Slot.
It might just be too many options. It could just be there's so many options, they haven't got their best team yet, and they're still trying to find it out. Because Isak wasn't fit when he first came back into the squad. He spent all summer on his own training, didn't he? So he wasn't up to match fitness. Then they've got Ekitike, who's playing well, got himself sent off against Southampton. I just don't think they have their first 11 yet. I think they're getting closer to it, but I don't think they've got it.
I don't think any of their any of their new players, other than Ekitike, have really nailed on their place. No. I think Wirtz is under a lot of sort of media coverage at the moment, obviously because of his price tag. Isak not so much, funnily enough. Isak hasn't talked about as much as he thought he would. Maybe that's because of the success of Ekitike, but yeah, I don't think any of their new signings have stuck. Obviously, they didn't make any signings last year, other than Chiesa, who barely played, and I don't think he's playing enough this season either. So yeah, it's an interesting one, really. They need to turn it around quickly because Arsenal don't look like stopping at the moment.
Annoyingly.
Annoyingly.
But-
Trust me, annoyingly.
But on that note, like, how late into the season can they leave it to still make a difference with like their starting 11?
I think it's too far gone. I had this conversation earlier with someone. They only lost 4 the whole of last season. They just lost 4 in a row. I think
Yeah.
it's gone now because they've got to lose games again this season. They aren't the same team they were last year by any means. I think they're not in it for winning the league this year.
No.
I think it is between Man City, Arsenal.
And on Man City, Haaland this season. I mean, I would say, did you see it coming? But you obviously expect it from Haaland, but maybe not at this level.
No, what is it now? 27, 28 in his last 14, something like that. I think he'll be in for a shout for the Ballon d'Or if he keeps going.
Yeah,
gotta keep it up.
yeah. So moving on to the Championship side, obviously you're an Ipswich fan. We talk about the whole Football League, you and I, but obviously you had the taste of the Premier League and now you're back in the Championship. So how has it gone this season for you personally and the league as a whole?
I mean, obviously, to begin with, wasn't the best, but I think it was sort of expected. We lost a lot of our key players, a lot to injury as well, and we brought in a lot of new players as well. So I think McKenna's done really well. We're starting to sort of gel with the new ones, and yeah, I think hopefully we're picking up some form. Obviously, we drew the other night, but I think our performance, it wasn't a bad one, but I just think we were missing that last like finishing product. So I think hopefully we'll pick up form, maybe back to the Premier League. Hopefully.
Nice, hopefully. Are you worried about McKenna leaving? Obviously, Wolves don't have a manager currently, and there is other teams in the top flights that have been looking at Kieran McKenna. I mean, he was in the shout for the Chelsea job only a couple of years ago. So you're worried about him leaving and maybe that derailing your season?
No, absolutely not. I think McKenna would be silly to leave, and obviously he was linked, like when he got Ipswich promoted, he was linked with Man United for a little bit, and obviously Chelsea. I just think he'd be silly to leave now. And I mean, he's said that he's committed to Ipswich. I think if he's not, then silly. But
Yeah, and you did lose players. I mean, I know we're talking about just Ipswich right now, but you did lose players, and you sort of kept the spine of your team, if you like. You've still got Palmer and goal. You've still got your 2 centre backs in Greaves and O'Shea. I know you lost Sam Wolsey, which was massive. To be fair, your club captain, but you know you've still got the foundations there to, I think, build another promotion race. I mean, your main competitors this season so far are looking like Coventry and Middlesbrough. And speaking on losing Kieran McKenna, those are 2 managers there in Frank Lampard and in Rob Edwards that have been heavily linked to the Wolves job as well. So, you know, what have you made of sort of the top teams in there? And are there any outside shouts for playoffs or promotion you can think of?
I mean, well, Coventry have obviously been unstoppable. They've literally lost 1 game and 1-9, I think. And yeah, no, Middlesbrough have been good as well, but I mean, obviously they've lost 3, I'm gonna say 4, something like that. So yeah, but I mean, I do like Frank Lampard as a manager, and as a player I liked him, so I think he's gonna fly high with Coventry. I don't see him leaving to go to Wolves. I would be very shocked if he did, but you never know. Who knows what could happen?
I always think, I mean, it's all about money, really, isn't it? But I think it would be silly for Frank Lampard because I think Coventry have much more of a chance of being in the Premier League next season than Wolves do. I think Wolves are in trouble. And we talked about the promoted sides this season. Going back to the Premier League, like, they're all really good. You need to be better than 3 teams in the Premier League, and I don't think Wolves are. West Ham, we haven't even talked about West Ham, the season they're having. And they just look awful, don't they? I mean, genuinely.
I think that win against Newcastle will boost them now, though. I think they'll get under Nuno ball full swing.
Nuno is the key to that, isn't it? I think Nuno. The promoted teams do need to keep it up because I think Nuno can really drive West Ham forwards. But yeah, back to sort of the Football League. In terms of the relegate, I mean, it's very early to predict anything in the Football League, even in April, May. I think it's so difficult to predict that league or any of those leagues. So, in terms of you're a season ticket holder at Ipswich, maybe who are some of the worst teams you've seen this season come to Portman Road?
Norwich.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it would be a dream if Norwich went down.
Sheffield United, yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, it's quite. I don't know why, but I feel sad for Sheffield Wednesday after like all they've gone through. I mean, like a few seasons ago, they were literally in like a promotion race with us to the Championship, and now they're in administration. Like they're -4 points now. It's just like it's literally been like flipped upside down.
As long as they do get that owner that comes in that really cares about the club. I mean, obviously being relegated to League One is difficult, and a lot of teams get stuck down there. But with the fan base they have now, obviously everyone's behind the club, and everything to do with that, I think having a real fan base behind you. Derby were so successful in League One a few seasons ago because they just had that stadium. And if you've got players that say play for Burton Albion and are playing in front of 2,000 people every week, So then go to Pride Park, it's a bit like going to Wembley almost.
Yeah.
It's just such a big atmosphere around you. So I think in League One, especially, I think the big fan bases are what sort of drive you up. So I think, honestly, as long as they get a half-decent owner in, which is difficult in football, but it's a big ask. But yeah, if they get someone who even just puts a little bit of money into the club just to get them back to, I mean, I don't agree with what people are saying, like they play their kids every week, because you look at their starting 11 and it's not Championship quality. It's not. But they've still got Barry Bannon and
Bannon's goal.
I did see Bannon's goal against Norwich. I bet you saw that as well. Yeah, no, that was very good. But they're picking up points. It could happen. They could stay up. Who knows? But they obviously don't at the moment. Don't have the funding behind them to really drive anything forwards. But on that Bannon goal against Norwich, Liam Manning used to be a manager of my football club, MK Dons, and he did so well with Bristol City to get them in the playoffs. They just sort of crumbled at the last. Maybe it was just a bit much for them, and it's just not really worked for Norwich at all. He's brought some players with him. Harry Darling used to play for us, so he was a big part of his football there. So it's just difficult, really. They still got Josh Sargent up front. You think it's more than good enough for this league, but yeah. And there's really no good. I mean, I'm a League Two fan. There's really no good predicting League Two. I mean, genuinely, Grimsby, for example, were 3-0 up against us in half an hour. 2 weeks later, they lost 6-2 to Colchester. It is impossible to predict that league. There is almost no point, other than we're going up, of course. That's the only thing we can predict. But yeah. So the WSL, how's that sort of started this season? In your opinion?
Personally, as an Arsenal fan, almost a little bit disappointing. I don't know. I said it a couple of weeks ago, but we need to be winning. Otherwise, it gets really boring and kind of pointless. I don't know. You feel quite defeated in the league. I think this season, City can do it. I think Chelsea, as much as everyone goes, oh, Chelsea are unbeatable, and you look at their team and you look at their squad and you look at their performances week after week, like, they are insane. And Kira Walsh did an interview when she first joined, and she was like, Chelsea could be behind for 75, 80 minutes of the game, and they still managed to win it. They do just have that quality about them. But I think City, the form that they're on, I think with Miedemar as well up front, I think they could give Chelsea a bit of a run for their money. I think in terms of the other end of the table, I think West Ham might finally meet their match and go down, because like I said, they're at the bottom of the table most seasons, maybe around this point. But you look at their form, they've lost, I think it's at least the last 5 games. So I think they'll probably be the ones going down next.
Who's been your surprise package this season, would you say? Whether it be a team or a player?
I don't want to say London City because I feel like that's quite predictable. But I think compared to where they were at the start of the season, I think no one expected them to be kind of mid-table. They're 6th, I want to say. I don't think anyone expected them to be there. But they've gelled so well over the last maybe 2 weeks. Just instantly, all of a sudden on paper. I mean, their game against Chelsea last weekend, I was there, I was at Stamford Bridge, but they held their own against Chelsea.
It was only 1-0, wasn't it?
It was like the 85th minute, I think. Sam Kerr came on and scored, which once again is such a Chelsea thing. But for London City to be 1-0 down against Chelsea for that long, for a team of their, I don't know, almost reputation in the league for being such newcomers. Arsenal, we've been battered against Chelsea worse than that. So I think they've been quite impressive as a team. Izzy Goodwin is probably my standout player for that team. Yeah.
And obviously you mentioned West Ham, but have there been any teams this season that have really disappointed you in how they perform? I know you said Arsenal as well, but in terms of any other teams that you think maybe haven't gone to the heights that you'd imagined?
I think I'd like to see Liverpool maybe have a bit of a better season than they have. I just think, again, the quality of their players on paper, they should be performing so well, I think you see so many players that do well internationally, and you see them for their countries, because they've got something, I can't actually remember the amount of internationals, but they've got a fair amount of internationals on their team that have just had recent call-ups, and you see them play for their country and they're amazing, and then you see them come back in the league, and I feel like maybe the league's got quite complacent, isn't the word, but we expect those performances from Chelsea, City. Arsenal are disappointing everyone, so maybe not Arsenal anymore. But I feel like we need maybe a little bit more of a mix-up, where we don't expect certain teams to lose every game and stuff. I feel like that's what the league needs, maybe. So Liverpool would be my team for the up-and-comings.
Good stuff, everyone. We're going to take a quick break and then we're going to do a quiz. Well, me and Ellen are going to take on each other in a quiz, so we'll be back for that. Hello and welcome back. So, Nardo and Ruby have a quiz for us. So, Nardo, you're going to be asking the questions, and Ruby, you'll be keeping the score. So, I'll take on Eleanor in a Premier League quiz so far.
Yeah, so the quiz is the first 10 matches. It's just all questions that really how the season's gone. And there's a few that are all competitions as well, so don't just think straight to the Premier League, but some will have all competitions. So the first one is, who was the first player to score in the Premier League this season?
So, should we go you and then me and then do it that way?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Who goes first?
So who goes first?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay,
Go on then.
On shoot.
I'll go first then. What was the second question again?
Who was the first player to score in the Premier League this season?
Oh, it was. It had to be one of the promoted sides in the Friday night game, didn't it? I think it was a Liverpool game. I think it was Liverpool against Bournemouth. I think Ekitike.
Wait, is that not right?
You have to answer as well.
Oh my goodness. Do not have a clue. I know, I'm just gonna say like Salah.
That's fine. It was Ekitike. We'll just go for the first person to say it.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 2. Which team is in the exact same position in the table and on the exact same points after 10 matches this year as they were last year?
Ooh. Wolves. It's obviously none of the promoted sides because they
Yeah.
weren't here last year.
You'll go, when you realise.
Yeah.
I genuinely have no clue. I don't know, Tottenham.
Nope, you can come back in now.
Arsenal.
Nope. You're frozen
And
now.
you can't go through the whole league.
No, I know. There you go.
You get
Give
one
one
more
more.
guess, you get 2 more. You get 3
Okay.
guesses.
Forest.
Nope.
The way you're going, makes me think it should be someone obvious.
Yeah.
Is it Man City?
No.
Oh
It is
no.
obvious.
It is obvious, isn't it?
Yeah. But I say that sitting in knowing the answer.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
No. Do you want to know the answer?
What is
Yeah.
it?
Brentford.
See, is that obvious? Oh, I don't know.
wouldn't have
I don't
known
know.
that.
I wouldn't have
I
known
think it
that.
is.
I wouldn't have
It's
known that.
mid-table, aren't they?
Yeah, no, I see that.
Okay, number 3. Which team has the biggest point difference this year compared to last year? And you get a bonus point if you know the difference in
So,
numbers.
which team?
Which team?
But this year to last year?
This year
Is it
after last.
Forest?
It is Forest.
By 10 points?
No.
Ooh.
Do you want to guess how many points? Just to get a point from this one?
13.
Correct.
Oh my
Yeah.
Oh no.
Number
Good answer.
4. Erling Haaland is the top goal scorer in the first 10 matches. Name 2 of the 4 players in joint second.
In 20 seconds, okay.
I think this one's pretty as
You,
well.
I feel like you could guess.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So
fairly
Haaland, I
easily.
reckon Haaland scored about 13 goals.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly.
So I think we're looking at sort of 7 and 8. I was just about to shout at Haaland, by the way. I don't know. So running through the strikers of teams, and there's just no one that stands out to me.
I don't.
Who's in my fantasy team?
Would it be a Bournemouth player? No.
That's what I don't know. It's difficult.
You've got 4 to choose from.
I
I
know
was
we
about
do,
to go. It's
but we
worth
just,
a guess
I
because
Yeah.
you've got a group that
am
you
running
can...
through. It's just strikers in my head. Brennan Johnson.
Nope.
That's a terrible guess.
I don't know what they're saying.
They were there like, I know.
Yeah. It's not Salah because he's
It's not Salah.
no.
Go on, you've got this.
I don't know. It's so. I just can't.
Have faith in yourself.
I am trying to. I wonder if there's can't be. I just feel like teams this season, the goals are so spread out. Oh hello. Gyökeres.
No.
I forgot about Arsenal there. Go on, have this. Let's have this the last guess.
I do
then,
not
we just.
know.
Are we that stuck?
I think genuinely.
Yeah.
Do you want to be told?
Look, give a clue.
Okay, you have a clue.
Maybe give a team or something.
Brentford.
Oh my god. Yeah, go on. I'll let you have. If you can think of the player.
The only one that's come to mind is Wissa, but it's not him.
No, he's a Newcastle player. Is Thiago
Oh,
really up there?
Igor Thiago.
Oh right.
I'll give you another one. You've got. We've got Bournemouth.
See, this is where I'm like.
So you were on the right line.
Yeah.
You just have to go with your gut.
I don't know how to say his name.
We'll figure it out. Go on.
No, because I don't think it's him. Oh my gosh, but that's the only one that I can properly think of.
See, I don't think the one I'm thinking of has played that much this season.
Just go with it.
Maybe when he did.
I'm not. It's such an embarrassment for me. I'm not letting myself get another point from this. Just a Bournemouth player.
No, I don't know. That Hodgson, whatever his name
No.
is, Hodgson.
Go on. What are the other three
So
then?
we've got Danny Welbeck, Semenyo, Mateta, and Igor Thiago.
Yeah. Mateta I should have got.
Yeah,
Mateta. I was thinking
should've got that.
strikers. I was thinking
Got a
Is it
strikers.
you in
multiple
my
choice
fantasy?
question now, so
Oh goodness.
might be a bit easier.
Brilliant.
25% chance.
Needed.
Which team has had the highest XG so far between Sunderland, Arsenal, Crystal Palace, or Manchester City?
Palace.
City.
Palace.
Oh.
Correct. Which team broke Crystal Palace's 19-game unbeaten run in all competitions?
Which team? Say that again. Sorry.
Which team broke the 19 unbeaten streak of Palace's this season?
Arsenal. Oh, it's in. It's not just Premier League, is it?
All competitions. Almost a little bit rogue.
They were 19 unbeaten in all competitions.
I think I have an
Who was
answer.
in the Premier League, the team who beat them.
I think I have an answer. Well, now you said that, I don't.
Know. I don't know any
It's
of
not
these.
Gillingham.
No, it's a Premier League team.
All right. Okay.
Is it top 6?
No, definitely not. Well, not definitely not, but
Which team beat
Not
Palace's
currently.
unbeaten record? Not currently.
They're having fits out there.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Don't turn around.
Oh dear.
I think we're the worst people to have done a
I think we'll have to. I think.
quiz.
Go on, just give us the answer. I don't think.
Everton.
Everton.
They drew 1-1, was it?
Oh, I
2-2,
misunderstood the question. I thought you said which team had more unbeaten.
Which team broke Crystal
Oh, I
Palace's?
got you. Sorry, that's just me being.
I
an
might
idiot.
have said it wrong.
No,
I'm not sure.
no. You're good.
Which player joins Grealish and Kudus as joint top assister so far this season? This one, I don't think you've got any chance.
Which team? Which?
Which player joins Kudus and Grealish as top assister so far this season?
Oh. See, I know they've two create the most chances. You just got to start thinking players at every. Semenyo?
Do you want a hint straight off the
Yeah.
bat?
You got. Let's get this here.
It's a Burnley player.
Oh, blind. Hartson.
Hartson.
That Hartman. So like, the little Dutch left back. He's called like Hartman or
Got
Hart.
it.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah.
I think that hint. I think you did that hint.
Yeah, I think he got like 2 assists or something,
I think
didn't he?
he's on 3. I think all 3 of them are on.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, well done for that, actually.
Thank you, mate.
'Cause that was a really hard one.
It's only because they were in the EFL last season. It's the only reason I got it.
Number 8. Across all competitions, how many games have Arsenal gone without conceding a goal?
Throw a number out there. 15.
No.
No, that sounds a lot.
6.
Closer.
7.
No.
8.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
The fairness of this quiz is
She
astounding.
can have that point. Which team has the most yellow cards in the first 10 matches? And bonus point if you know how many.
Oh, surely
This
it's got to be
baffled me
Chelsea.
slightly.
Oh no, I got red cards to be fair.
I think this was mentioned earlier.
When I was making the quiz, I thought Chelsea. It's not Chelsea.
Someone said this earlier.
I was thinking that,
In this
but I was
episode.
thinking, was it Premier League? I don't. Oh,
I
this is
did
so
say it
bad.
at the start of the
Yeah.
podcast.
This
Because
is
you
so
said
bad.
it and I thought.
I wanted to see if they'd remember it.
Oh no. Yeah, it's someone like you wouldn't expect it. Is it Brentford?
Nope.
Think aggressive.
Bournemouth.
Yep.
Oh, you
Do
did
wanna
say
guess
it.
how many?
Oh my goodness. 11.
No.
No.
Do you want a shot? Won't count to anything.
No,
Want a shot?
13.
25.
Oh my
Blimey.
goodness.
Mhm.
That's what I said. They hit
I
'em.
suppose in 10
Gosh,
games. Yeah.
Which player has had the most touches so far this season? I'll give you a hint as well.
Well, that always goes to Rodri, but he hasn't played. So, but we've got to think that sort of. I don't know why I'm working as a team here. We've got to think of that sort of same position. Like who's that? Who's the one from Bournemouth? Ryan Christie.
Nope. If you'd like a hint, let me know.
Yeah.
In his first appearance for England, he got man of the match.
Oh, there we go. I know it now.
I don't.
No,
Pass it on.
Oh, is it the Palace player?
No.
No.
no, not Adam Morton. No, it's
No,
It's-
I don't know.
Elliot Anderson, isn't it?
That's correct. That's my boy.
Yeah, that's a good one. That yeah.
Which team has conceded the most own goals so far this season?
Chelsea?
That's what I'd have said.
Own goals.
West Ham.
Nope. Do you want to know?
Yeah, go on.
Keep going. One guess each. We'll do one guess more.
Okay, Brighton.
Man United.
Burnley.
Oh.
Right.
I thought it would be Chelsea as well.
Yeah, I don't know why we just shut
I also
Chelsea
said
very honest.
Newcastle.
Newcastle maybe,
Because they
yeah.
got an own goal at the weekend, but that was it.
Yeah.
How many days did Liverpool go without a win in the Premier League after their Merseyside derby win over Everton?
How many days? 23.
I'd think a bit higher.
30.
Nope. Go
I
on,
think
one guess more.
It's about 5 games, isn't it? 42? Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
You got to go either way now.
45.
41.
Oh.
I could give you leeway, but I thought no.
Brilliant. Oh, that's
Which
close as
team
well.
is the only team to be unbeaten on the road this season?
I feel like I know this.
I didn't expect it to be this team.
This upsets
No,
me.
which makes me think they're bad at home. Is it Tottenham?
It is Tottenham.
They're rubbish at home.
Oh, I should have known that.
Yeah.
Forest have scored the least goals so far this season, and Manchester City have scored the most. What is the difference in the amount of goals they've scored?
Just got to say a number, haven't we? Is
14.
it 20?
Nope. 13.
13. Wow. That's harsh.
I've got to be harsh.
13. Wow. That doesn't seem as much as I thought it would,
No.
to be fair.
This is the last question,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a bonus point on it. What are the scores right now?
6-3.
6-3.
Let's do the bonus scores anyway.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Right, we'll do bonus score is 3 points.
Oh, okay.
James
You
Milner
have
is
it
on
here.
track to break the record for the most appearances in the Premier
Oh.
League. Who currently holds that record? And the bonus point is for if you know how many appearances.
So Gareth
he has.
Barry holds it
True.
with like 590.
Well off.
Well off.
Can I guess for it?
I don't know if it's higher or lower.
I'll give you a 50 leeway. No, I'll give you like 20.
So we had a player that played for us from when he was 18 to 40,
Yeah.
and he made like 950 appearances.
God.
So
It's definitely not 900.
no, I know, but thinking like Premier League, like 600. That's like 20 seasons. That makes me think it's way too high.
450.
No. Do you want to know?
Yeah, go on.
653.
Oh, that's like
Right.
22 seasons.
James
though.
Milner is currently on 645. I think he's 9 away from breaking it, so
Mm.
I'm pretty sure he will.
You know, James Milner also holds another record where he's the only player to assist a player in the Premier League that he made his debut before the other player was born.
You just frazzled my brain.
So he gave an assist to a player. That player was born after James Milner made his Premier League debut.
It'd be weird for him
Wow.
to think about that.
Yeah.
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 Crazy. That was the end of the quiz, and who was the winner?
7-3.
Well done,
Well,
Will.
I've picked up
It
again.
was a good effort from both of
You
you.
did very
Yeah.
well, to be fair.
For two people that
Considering
don't watch
circumstances.
an awful lot of Premier League football,
No.
and I was also drafted in about 45 minutes before this podcast started, made some last minute substitutions. So that's the end of the quiz. We're now going to get to some news topics after a short break. Hello and welcome back. Now, there's been a lot of news topics this week, but I think the main one that we're going to talk about today, alongside the New England squad that came out just this morning as we were recording, is definitely the Mary Earps interview. If you want to just fire away with that, because it's just such a story, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just being built up. Obviously, she's releasing her book, and she's said in that she's going to say what happened with her and Hannah Hampton, and basically just coming after Hannah Hampton. Personally, I think it's unfair. Of course, I mean, players aren't going to get along all the time, of course, but you've got to get over that in a way. I mean, it's not about how well you get on with the players, it's how well you play with them at the end of the day. So, I mean, I think it's quite unfair on Hannah Hampton. She's only 21.
Yeah,
So, I
really
mean,
young.
it's gonna affect her a lot, and it's so like widespread. And there's been like a lot of ex-women footballers come out. I mean, Ellen White said something, saying how like you just don't
don't
do
do
it. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah. I mean, I think it's unfair.
Definitely. I think it's interesting as well when like you see managers, like we've seen Chelsea manager Sonia come out and been like, you know, one of them's a world class player and it's not Mary. And things like that, like it's really, some of the headlines are harsh. You know,
Yeah.
they're calling her childish and like all this stuff, and you can't kind of come back from that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I imagine, you know, obviously she's retired from England, but I would well, I would have before this kind of seen her coming back to the WSL at some point in some sort of team. I don't see that happening now.
She even like she's had like punditry roles and stuff like that for the women's Euro. Like, can that continue? I mean, people in the men's game have come back from far worse, but it's difficult to know.
We're held to a much higher standard in the women's game. Like, we hold our players to a much more, I don't know, higher standard of respect and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's such a quality of the women's game that we try to promote.
Yeah, definitely.
So then we do have to hold them to that. But also at the same time, like, okay, devil's advocate, but we have always praised Mary Earps for wearing her heart on her sleeve and being so open on her feelings and being that kind of feisty player on the pitch. So maybe is it critical of us to now she's come off the pitch and continued that, and we've gone, oh well, that's not right.
That's the thing. It's like stuck in the middle, really. Like thinking, oh no, that's not fair on Hannah, but also that is Mary's character.
Yeah, I think someone said if she really wanted to drag Hannah, and I'm not defending her here, this is just a bit of devil's advocate, but if she really wanted to drag Hannah, she would have spilled the details as well of her, whereas she has just said it's been bad behaviour. I think probably the biggest damage that she's done has probably been Serena's reputation.
Yeah.
The detail that she did go into about that meeting where she went to retire, Serena said no, like stay, and then Mary was like, I instantly regretted it and we disagreed and stuff. I think that's probably going to do a lot more damage on like the England coaches and that side of the squad and the staff side, more than players actually. But
well, I don't know how we topped that, to be honest. It was quite an interesting. But just this morning, just 6 hours ago, as we're recording this on Friday, the 7th of November. So just this morning, the England squad for the next thrilling international break, which we are all looking forward to. Luckily, I don't have to endure that. But there's a few surprises in there. I mean, I don't know that people have different views about Gareth Southgate, the ex-manager, but I think Thomas Tuchel's selections are a lot more form-based than Southgate's ever were. His were very sort of he had his players, and I think international management is difficult because obviously, I mean, Harry Maguire was always the one, wasn't it? Harry Maguire always played well for England, but didn't play so well for United, or maybe wasn't playing for United, and it's difficult as an international manager because Harry Maguire might have put in a 10 out of 10 performance, but that was 3 months ago in the last break, so it's just so difficult for them. But I mean, Alex Scott, obviously not the BBC presenter, but the Bournemouth midfielder, obviously first call up for him. I think that's really good. I think it's good to see Wharton in there. Bellingham's back. Nico O'Reilly from Man City's in there. Pope's back in there, which I think is bad for James Trafford. I think he's really regretting that City move now. It's difficult for him, but he's really young still for a goalkeeper, so that should be fine. But yeah, no, I mean, it's a bit of a dead rubber game, which is disappointing because I bought tickets to go to the Serbia game thinking there would be something riding on that, and they won in Albania about 7-0. So there's not anymore. But no, it's just Championship obviously stops as well, doesn't it, for the international breaks? It's just annoying, isn't it? I think that I quite like their idea of they're having sort of a big 3-week one in October and just getting it all out the eye because it's just it just breaks up the season, and like teams on form come back and they lose a game they shouldn't have lost, and it's just difficult. And I think it just breaks up the season, especially so close to the start, where teams are just trying to get going, and there's so many international breaks. I mean, we talk about it all the time, but
Are you preferring club football over country then?
Outside of international tournaments, I love the Euros and I love the World Cup.
Like major tournaments.
Major tournaments. I go to a lot of England games, but major tournaments, everything else, no. I'm not that interested in friendlies and things like that, no. I like going to Wembley, but it's only around the corner, isn't it? So I think that's everything we've got today. So thank you for watching the Press Box. Thank you for watching the Woodwork channel. Do make sure to like and subscribe and press the notification bell so you get notified when we upload, and we'll be back in a couple of weeks with a new podcast. Thank you.